Marwa Balkar. I'm a Muslim American who's passionate about human beings, their ideologies, and their lifestyles. Because why build walls when we could build bridges? Come along with me as we journey on the longest paved road in the USA, Route 66. This historic road will be our gateway to find out more about this huge, diverse, and sometimes divided country. We'll meet Americans off the beaten path and from many walks of life. We'll find out what drives them and how they view their role in America's narrative. Route 66 began in Chicago in 1926. It helped America's rapid expansion west, cultivating booming businesses, motels, diners, gas stations, as it wound its way through 8 states and almost 4,000 kilometers. And ended here, in a popular Los Angeles landmark, the Santa Monica Pier. Though now a tourist playground, it was initially built to hide a pipe that carried the city's sewage into the ocean. Route 66, you could say, retired in 1986, where a lot of the businesses along the road went bust, leaving empty buildings and ghost towns. I'm a 23-year-old activist who can march and stand in front of a crowd and deliver a message. That, to me, is freedom. I live in California. My parents are immigrants from Syria. So, when Donald Trump said he wanted to create a Muslim registry and ban Muslims from entering the United States, I wrote to him and also made a video. I never expected it, but it went viral on social media and was covered on TV and in newspapers all over the world.
Marwa Balkar wrote a letter to the presidential candidate in a Facebook post that's now gone viral.
The Corona woman who is Muslim is firing back at Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump.
Dear Donald Trump, my name is Marwa and I'm a Muslim.
The post received more than 1,000 comments of support and been shared more than 130,000 times.
But Donald Trump still won. So, I'm shaking off political disappointment and taking this journey to open my mind and get out of my bubble. And be exposed to people who think very differently from me. And I'm curious to find out what freedom, and being an American, means to them.
Now it's time to go to war with the most fiery, dynamic, relentless, libertarian, conservative, anti-tax warrior in America, Wayne Allen Root.
All right, Wayne Allen Root here. Hello, Las Vegas. I am your middle-class warrior, relentless freedom fighter, capitalist evangelist, conservative rock star, and all-around badass. What's this war good for? I'm a warrior for God, guns, gold, tax cuts, term limits, and Trump. That's how we say.
This is Wayne Allen Root, author, media personality, and former vice presidential candidate who has very strong opinions.
Because I'm a businessman, and the country's economy's going to hell.
Thank you so much, Wayne.
Welcome to my home.
Thank you, thank you. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
You know a house is beautiful when your voice echoes, right?
Well, it's a good thing. I'll take that as a compliment. It took me a lot of years to get here.
What does it mean to be an American to you, in the eyes of Wayne Allen Root?
Means to be, self-reliant, personal responsibility, means to be very passionate about freedom, economic freedom, personal freedom. People should do what they want to do and get government the hell out of their lives. That's what being American is to me, and that's what I fight for every single day.
So what is your political affiliation, since you're all about low taxes?
Yeah. Well, government? Republican conservative, I guess you'd say now, but started out as a libertarian. I'm basically a live and let live guy. I don't really care about, anybody can do whatever they want as long as they don't bother me. Do what you want in the bedroom, do what you want in the boardroom.
And if you were in an ultimate position of power, what would your America look like?
I think it would look like probably what Donald Trump's trying to achieve today, which is a nation where capitalism works again.
So, seeing your beautiful house, the beautiful place you live, some might see you as a one-percenter, yet you've written a book about the middle class. How do you correlate the two? How do you build that bridge? Yeah, I'm a one-percenter, except you think Warren Buffett is a one-percenter, and Donald Trump's a one-percenter, and Bill Gates is a one-percenter. But 1% starts at $300,000 a year. And so 99% of the 1%
are small businessmen like me who fight every day to pay our mortgage and make all our bills and make our payrolls and survive. And in America, my dad was a butcher and I've got this house. That's how capitalism works. That's what makes America great in its essence.
Money doesn't mean much to Elmer Long. He does what he loves every single day. That means welcoming strangers to a glass wonderland of sorts. His Bottle Tree Ranch is a famous roadside stop on Route 66, and he's lived here for more than 30 years. What inspired you to get this started?
Oh, gosh. I just cleaned my yard, that's all. My father and I started camping in the early 50s. And we started finding these old dumps out in the desert. We had fun, we brought the stuff home. I started building with it. I started making things and let the sunlight hit the bottles.
I interviewed a man who was all about money and capitalism, and seeing your Bottle Tree Ranch and knowing that you don't even charge admission for this.
No, I'm not
Why?
after money. I have money. You know, God gives you everything you need. If you need money, He'll give it to you. I have no need for it. Anymore. If I need money, I'll ask the wife, she'll give me some.
Yeah. Do you ever feel joy when you look out and you see people enjoying your yard?
People bring it to me and they put it on me like a jacket. And I can't, what can you do with that? There's a group of guys, they're mentally challenged. And they come in here once a week. And one of them hugged me. He asked me if he could have a hug. I said, sure, so we hugged. And boy, God went through both of us like a streak of lightning. Almost cried.
What does it mean to you to be an American?
To be an American? Oh, I'm free. I don't have any hassles. Gosh, you know, Americans, they don't even think about that, most of them. They're just here. I've always been able to do what I wanted to do, and I don't think much about it. I don't know if people can do that in other countries. I'm here. I don't know. I'm happy.
People have come here from other countries.
Don Sutton Jr. is a real estate broker near Los Angeles, California. And he doesn't want to be part of the United States anymore.
You know, I'm very proud to be an American, being born here and things. I would say 25 years ago, I was prouder to be an American than I am now. When I travel, I say I'm from California. I would prefer to say I'm from California than from America, because the treatment is different.
If California was an independent country, it would be the 6th largest economy in the world. Don is part of Yes California, a secession movement that's gaining a lot of support since Donald Trump won the U.S. election. And Don is itching to leave the Union. If California secedes, what would America look like?
It would have a funny shape, wouldn't it?
Funnier.
Funnier shape. You know, California is the ATM of the United States, and most people don't realize that outside of the United States. We are responsible for 15% of the gross domestic product of the United States. We only have 2% of the vote. When politicians want to run for political office, they come here to collect money. And California is really tired of bending over and having somebody slide an ATM card and take money out of us. Right now, for every dollar that California sends to the federal treasury, we only get 78 cents back. It amounts to about $60 billion loss every year for our own infrastructure, our own society.
Is America the land of the free?
Yes, it is, because I wouldn't be here sitting here talking to you if it wasn't. But will it be in 4 years? I don't know. Right now we have people standing up and being shot down. We have protests going on all over the country, and people think, oh, those are just the crazy people. I've never protested in my life until last week. If you had told me 10 years ago I would advocate, for independent California, I would have told you you're crazy. But times change. I still think America is the land of the free. I think it always will be. But I think California is freer. And we need to do something about it.
Our next stop was a thrilling first for me. A bumpy ride in the Mojave Desert with female off-road race car driver Jennifer Clemison. It surprised me that someone who is challenging gender stereotypes in a tough and dirty sport is an avid Trump supporter. That was awesome. So I noticed that you have a American flag sticker on your race car.
Yes.
What does it mean to you to be an American?
Oh, gosh. This is being an American. It's freedom. It's being able to come out and do the things that you love. And, it's freedom. That's all I can say is freedom.
What is your favorite thing about America?
We're not limited. We're not limited to anything. We get to come out to the desert. We get to race. Gosh, it's just an awesome place to be.
So what things do you think need to be fixed in America, if there are any?
I think we're on the right track right now. So, honestly, I think our new president is going to take us to a level that a lot of people may not think that he's capable of, but I think God is guiding him in the right direction. I honestly wish the rioting and the nasty protesting of destroying people's things that have nothing to do with Donald Trump, give him a chance.
It was really hard for me to see what Jennifer was attached to in Donald Trump, because I see a dictator, a vile human being. Jennifer sees hope. So your race car is, when I look at it, the first word that comes to my mind is badass. What is her name?
Pinky 132.
And what was the inspiration? How did you come up with that name?
Well,
Jennifer told me the story about her friend and racing sponsor, Holly Gorell, who was killed in an off-road dirt bike accident shortly after they met.
And Holly's vision was, my car was black before. It was pretty plain Jane, looked like the rest of them. And she said to me, she says, my vision is seeing a pink race car flying in the desert, kicking the guys' butts out there. And the best thing is the guys respect us out here. They really do. They don't shun us. After the race, it's hugs and, congratulations. Oh my God, you flew by me like I was standing still. That kind of stuff. None of the men out here would ever say anything negative about any of us women doing what we love.
There aren't many signs of life on the more deserted parts of Route 66. So when we saw horses and cattle in the fields, we were intrigued. Found this interesting ranch on the side of the road, so I'm going to stop in and see if anybody's home. Somebody was home.
Come on, guys.
Denise Briggs, a former city girl. She and her husband are living their dream on 2 Sixes farm.
I love it. I would never want to move back to the city ever again. I'll probably die here, I hope. So it's a really nice life. It's really peaceful. You wake up out here, the sun's shining, birds are singing, cows are mooing, you know, everything's just in harmony here. You know, it's nice.
What is your favorite thing about America?
Freedom. Our freedom. Freedom of choice, freedom to speak your mind, freedom to be who you are, freedom to have a place like this or live in the city or do whatever you want to do within reason. It's just, I love being American. I wouldn't want to be anything else, I don't think. I don't know, I've never been anything else but American. So I don't know, it's great. It's a great life. People coming from other countries have a chance to come into our country, and not for harm's way, but for good reasons. And I think it's kind of sad right now the things that are going on. I'd like to see us be back where we were before. My grandmother was an immigrant from Mexico.
Hearing about Denise's Mexican grandmother reminded me of how upset I felt when Wayne Allen Root spoke to me, a child of Syrian immigrants, about Syrian refugees and Donald Trump's Muslim ban.
The Muslim ban has nothing to do with the Muslim ban. It has to do with extreme vetting from countries that are dangerous to America. If you want business to succeed, you can't take a chance in letting anyone in that could cause a terrorist attack, or it's the end of business tomorrow. You can't come here for Sharia law. You can only come here for capitalism and democracy and freedom. That's the only thing.
It felt to me like Wayne Allen Root was trying to get under my skin, get a reaction. But even though I was fuming inside, I wasn't going to show him that. So Donald Trump said that he wants to indefinitely keep Syrians out of America. The Jews in the Holocaust were also not allowed to come to America during the Holocaust. Do you think that we're playing a part in creating more Anne Franks in the modern age?
No, I don't see any comparison at all. None. Zero. First of all, in the Holocaust, the Jews should have been allowed to come to America. I would disagree with FDR's decision. But the Jewish people are peaceful. Name a country where Jews go to and they cause terrorism. There is no such country in the world. No Jew should ever be banned from any country based on terrorism. But there is a real admitted problem with radical Islam. And anyone who won't face it is living in a dream world.
You said that not all Muslims are terrorists, but all terrorists happen to be Muslims.
In the last 5 to 10 years, yeah.
What constitutes a terror attack? Because you have people that are shooting up movie theaters and shooting up black churches, and they're a certain race. And why aren't those considered a terror attack? It's always a terror attack when it's a Muslim.
Well, I'm not sure what definition you want to use, but when someone says in the name of ISIS, I'm going to walk in a nightclub and shoot 49 gay people in America, that's a Muslim terrorist attack. That is radical Islam at its finest. And we have got to make sure that people don't come in the country and do that. Listen, you can't stop a crazy man from walking in a movie theater with a gun and shooting people, which happened in, I think it was Colorado, right? It was a suburb of Denver, Colorado. You can't stop the kids at Columbine from shooting up a bunch of fellow high schoolers. You can't be everywhere. The police can't be everywhere. The FBI can't be everywhere.
All right. Thank you so much, Wayne Allen Root.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Marwa.
We had a healthy debate and conversation. Thank you.
We did. We made friends.
Wayne Allen Root and I live on completely different spectrums. Politically, socially, just he's very right-winged and I'm not even left-wing. I'm sort of in the middle, and there were so many things we disagreed on. And there's so many things that he said that I literally bit my tongue because there's some people that are so headstrong and think their way is the right way only that it's hard to even engage in dialogue with them because they only see their thoughts and that's it. Jennifer Clemison and I are also on different political spectrums, but she and her family showed me so much kindness that I had nothing but high hopes for her on race day. How are you feeling?
I'm excited.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So when you are about to start your race, you're in the car and you're ready to go, what are the emotions that you're feeling, or what are the thoughts that are going through your head?
Just keeping the car rubber side down and staying with the pack and move forward throughout the day and staying safe.
And what motivates you to be the best?
God. He's my angel. He flies with me, and I've got Holly Gorell, who flies with me every single race. And my rule is you never fly faster than your guardian angel, because that's when bad things happen. You always let your guardian angel right next to you or right in front of you, and she'll keep you safe.
All right. Good luck, Jennifer. We're rooting for
Thank
rooting
you.
for you, and we're rooting for Pinky 132.
Thank you so much. Mama's ready.
It wasn't Jennifer's or Pinky 132's day. The new car had quite a few mechanical issues. And as the sun set over the desert, it was time for us to move on. Route 66 can be quite the deserted road. Yet there is so much life that exists along it. On this journey, I got to meet strangers and live life through their eyes as we shared tears, laughter, and hope. Everyone here has a story, and I wanted to hear them, even if I didn't agree with them. I also wanted to know how they see the future. So do you have any hope for the future of America?
To say no would be a lie, but to say yes would also be a lie. I think people can come together. I really do. But I'm not so sure that the values this country was founded on are important anymore. It used to be truth, justice, and the American way, and now it's alternative facts and, you know, how can we get ratings and monetize things for everybody to get rich. And it's sad.
I think it always comes back around, I'm sorry to be a broken record, to money and business and economics and jobs and the middle class, and everybody will rise up in this country and do better, then that's good for everyone. And that's what I think Trump will produce.
We traveled a lot of forgotten parts of Route 66, and they looked nothing like Wayne Allen Route's capitalist utopia. This place is absolutely filthy. All along Route 66 are buildings that have been isolated for years. There's a lot of almost untold stories, and I feel like it's a forgotten America. At the tail end of my road trip, I found myself here, Amboy, California. With a population of only 4, I was lucky to find one of its residents. His name is Kevin Hansel. How are you?
I'm good.
My name is Marwa. So the sign on the door says that Roy's Cafe has been providing services on Route 66 since 1936.
Okay, this started out in the back. It was built out of railroad ties, was a garage. So how businesses went, they started out small, Maybe back in the day, the wife would make you something to eat, you know, it's just the basics. So it's car repair and gas.
Now, a lot of people might say that Route 66 is old and forgotten. Do you think that there are parts of America that are the same?
It's, a lot of it's sadly vanished. I mean, if you guys have driven out here, you'll see out in the deserts a lot of abandoned. There's no money made. That's why everything closed up. 73 is when the I-40 got done out here. That was the decline out here. So right now, we just have the basics out here, and gas, souvenirs, and it's just tough.
Some of these forgotten roads are eerily desolate. I'd be scared to drive them alone. And yet, I met people I never thought I'd relate to. Perhaps what surprised me most was that everyone I spoke to on this journey told me that freedom is the most important part of being an American, no matter what their political, social, or economic status. So there's more common ground between us than I thought. Has traveling this part of the main street of America burst my bubble? Maybe not quite, but it has made me a little more optimistic.